A week ago, I turned 57. And if I could go back to talk to my 20-year-old self and give him some advice, here are the 50 things I would say. Number one, work on your willpower. You'll never reach your full potential or outwork your rivals if you can't focus for long periods of time. This was true when I was younger, but it's even more applicable now with so many distractions fighting for your attention. If you can focus and work hard, you're miles ahead of everyone else. So why not use this video as a test for yourself? If you can reach the end without skipping and actually listen to everything I say on a deep level, then you'll be in the minority. Number two, become more of a consumer. I understand consuming content is key, especially if you learn a lot. However, you should always be trying to put more out into the world than you're taking. Otherwise, you'll end up robbed of your time and attention. Number three, be nice to people on the come up because you never know where they're going to be in the future. There have been countless times when I've underestimated someone's potential, only to see them achieve incredible success later on. By treating everyone with kindness and support, even if you're unsure about their plans, you create good karma. If they strike it big, they're likely to remember those who were in their corner, and you may benefit from that connection too. Number four, watch what most people are doing and then do the opposite. It took me a few years to find the courage to leave my 9 to 5 job and start my own business. I was comfortable with the routine of receiving a paycheck and accepting life as it was. However, when I built a staircase for a wealthy entrepreneur, I realized there was another path available. I'm grateful I took that chance. I mean, I wouldn't be a millionaire now if I continued working for someone else. This is a pretty simple idea because if you do what everyone else does, then you're going to get the same results. So reject the idea of being normal and vanilla. As the saying goes, if you're everyone's cup of tea, then you're a mug. Number five, who you know matters 1,000 times more than what you know. A great network beats money in the bank every time. I can't count how many times my connections have helped me out. Number six, never talk behind someone's back. If you have a problem with someone, you should address it with them directly or not at all. You may think that gossiping about people when they can't hear you makes you seem cool, but it actually makes you seem less trustworthy to those who are listening, as they'll think you're doing the same behind their backs. Number seven, give yourself permission to make more mistakes. Most of my success has come from my failures. I wish I knew this sooner. I mean, I enjoy skiing with my son, and I remember one year we competed to see who could fall the least. I won as Curtis fell over a lot. However, he improved tremendously, and now he's a much faster skier than me. This just proves that failure leads to improvement if it's embraced. So remember, if you never fail, then you're probably not trying hard enough. Number eight, make reversible decisions quickly. I actually picked this one up from Jeff Bezos, as he said, with a decision that you can go back on, your biggest risk is dragging your feet and not making a decision. However, when decisions are irreversible, slow them down, as the biggest risk here is making the wrong decision. So it's worth getting as much information as possible before taking action. Number nine, focus on one thing at a time. The truth is, there is no such thing as multitasking, just multi-failing. So give yourself time to focus on one thing deeply without distractions. Trust me, you'll achieve far more. Number 10, don't be the best, be the only. You can do this by learning seemingly unrelated skills and combining them together. Steve Jobs is well known for mixing his love for calligraphy and design with technology and creating Apple as we know it today. He was the only person doing that at the time. This is one of my golden pieces of advice. And after every 10 bits of advice, I'm going to drop another one of these. Number 11, if you don't like something, then change it. If you can't change it, then change your attitude. Never complain. I used to be a bit of a complainer, but as I've gone through life, I've realized that 80% of the time, no one cares about your problems, and 20% of them wish they had them in the first place. Even if your whole world is crumbling, complaining won't do anything positive for you. I'm not saying you can't express your feelings. However, it's important to remember we all have our own problems, and not many people care about fixing yours. Number 12, work smart, not hard. As I've grown old and grey, I've seen the birth of lots of revolutionary technology like TVs, the iPhone, and artificial intelligence. The crazy thing is, a lot of my generation aren't like me and choose to reject it, which makes working smart very difficult. But for you tech-savvy youngsters, working smart and building a business has never been easier. I mean, take a look at this, for example. One of the hottest businesses at the moment is e-commerce, as it's infinitely scalable and provides geographical freedom. Build a website requires either a unique skill set or money to pay somebody else to do it for you. But with Build Your Store AI, you can get a fully custom Shopify store built completely for free in less than 2 minutes. Here's one I made earlier. As you can see, all I had to do was select the niche of my store, pick some images that worked, and then let AI take care of the rest. The website even comes with win products and ready pages, like policies and returns. Of course, this is all fully customizable, but it's a great starting point and perfectly sums up working smart and not hard. I'll leave a link in the description below if you're interested in selling products online and having a free website built for you. The link also gives you access to a special Shopify trial for $1, so you can launch your business risk-free. Number 13, assume you can learn something from everyone you meet. I'm not afraid to admit that in my 20s, I was a little bit arrogant. I thought I knew everything, but looking back, I now realize how much more I still had to learn. I'm very aware that in 10 years' time, I'll look back at what I currently know and probably think the same. Even at 57, I'm still learning new things every day. So if I were you, I'd just skip the arrogant stage and be open to learning new things, even from those younger than you. Number 14, never disrespect your elders. I know on the surface, we might seem boring, but us older people have been through a lot. Our experience can probably help you avoid many mistakes if you take the time to listen. However, if you disagree with something I say, you don't have to follow my advice. All I ask is that you listen with an open mind and then make your own decisions. Number 15, don't be afraid of change. Embrace it. I started a chain of radio control model shops in my 20s, and the goal was to expand all over the world. However, when the internet was created, that all changed. Suddenly, more and more people were shopping online and my shops were suffering. I could have just given up. However, instead, I embraced the change and started the e-commerce side of my business and started making more than ever before. There's a famous quote that sums this up quite well, and it goes like this. Once a new technology rolls over you, if you're not part of the steamroller, you're part of the road. Number 16, live in the moment, not on your phone. Make the most of every moment. You don't need to capture everything for social media. Focus on what's happening right in front of you, especially when it's something you might never experience again. I didn't realize how many last times I went through without knowing it. Whether it's hanging out with your friends, that weekly bowling night, or a yearly tradition, one day it will be the final time and you probably won't even see it coming. Number 17, always pay the bill. This one's for the guys. Yeah, it might sound a bit old school, but it's part of being a gentleman. Paying the bill is just a small gesture that shows you care. And no, it's not simping unless you're always doing it and getting nothing back. Number 18, say no if you genuinely aren't ready. It's okay to admit when you need more time or aren't quite prepared to take something on. Sure, people love to say fake it till you make it, but if you can't close that knowledge gap in time, it's smarter to turn it down rather than risk being in over your head. Number 19, present yourself in the way you wish to be perceived. It's important to think about how you want to come across to others and then make a conscious effort to present yourself in that way. This includes how you dress, how you speak, what you post on social media, and even how you carry yourself. Think of it like building your own video game character from the ground up. Number 20, mentally prepare yourself for your loved ones dying. I know this isn't the nicest thing. Something like this happens, it can send shockwaves throughout our lives. And if you aren't ready to withstand this, then you'll just crumble. Thinking this way also helps you to value every moment you spend with your loved ones, as nothing is forever. Number 21, never take rejection personally. Whether it's a job interview or something else, try to see things from their point of view. Use the feedback to improve for next time. Taking rejection personally just holds you back from growing and getting better. Number 22, don't be embarrassed to take a nap now and again. I know this one may sound silly, but when I was younger, I thought naps were for kids and old people. But I've met so many millionaires that swear by having short power naps throughout the day. So don't be ashamed or embarrassed about taking a nap, as it can actually help you be more productive in the long run. Number 23, learn from those who disagree with you. Too many people are trapped in a bubble on social media and they can't face their beliefs being challenged. Remember, you can learn something from everyone. So just because you don't agree on a couple of things, it doesn't mean you shouldn't listen to their opinions. Number 24, never be late. Punctuality is a sign of respect for other people's time and shows that you're reliable and trustworthy. Early is on time is late, and late is unforgivable. Number 25, be motivated by something greater than money. This comes from your values. Having strong values means that no one can buy you no matter how much they offer. These values are principles you refuse to compromise under any circumstances. One of mine is prioritizing my family. If something isn't in their best interest, then I won't do it under any circumstances. So figure out what you're passionate about and make a stand. This will allow you to command more respect from others. Number 26, be fueled by vision, not fear. Fearful people worry about losing what they have and can never see far enough ahead to build something for the future. Number 27, stand up to bullies. I stayed stuck in a job way too long, letting my manager push me around before I finally quit and started my own business. Trust me, you can't let anyone, whether it's a man or a woman, bully you. Most of the time, if you stand up for yourself once, that's all it takes. Bullies can seriously mess with your confidence, and that's the last thing you need when you're young and trying to find your own way. Number 28, use your unfair advantages. Everyone has certain strengths or circumstances that can give them an edge, and it's important to identify and use them. An unfair advantage is something that sets you apart, whether it's a specific skill, a connection, or your life situation. It's not about cheating, it's about recognizing what you're naturally good at or the opportunities you have that others might not, and using those to your advantage to get ahead. Number 29, skip the flashy car. It's a waste in your 20s. Buy used but reliable. I've seen so many young people come into money quickly, only to blow it on things like luxury cars and designer gear. Sure, it's easy to have short-term success and splurge, but what's far more impressive is consistently building wealth over time. That's what true legends do. Number 30, prioritize your reputation. It's one of the few things that lives on after you die. I've had the unfortunate experience of attending many funerals in my time, and the person is always remembered for their character, In other words, their reputation, not their achievements. Number 31, don't compare yourself to your friends. We all have our own path to walk. As long as you're improving on what you've done before, then you're going in the right direction. If you do this for enough years, then you'll look back and be shocked at how far you've come. It's all about taking those baby steps and not getting distracted by what everyone else is doing. Number 32, don't let a bad day turn into a bad week. It takes less than 5 seconds for someone to ruin your
在毫无节制看见内脏的透明世界。第一种的话，请你教我，我要学。但如果是第二种，鬼杀队跟医院可能比较欢迎你。但他说用久了扁条线会痛，哇靠，这是什么白痴的副作用啊？第二种超能力就是他的逻辑力，哇，你奶油师吗？想象力就是你的超能力。有理擅长用大数据分析推理答案，有时候你会觉得他的推理有点道理，但大部分的时候你会觉得这家伙数学是英文老师教的。虽然在超能力满天飞的通灵大战讲求逻辑是相当可笑的一件事，但不得不说，有理靠着那神奇的推理其答题率、正确率高的离谱，甚至比那些宣称自己有法力的人高出不知道多少。说的就是你啦，贾涵。所以每次看他比赛，心情就是有理上场开始一段五毛逻辑分析，你就会心想马德又来混分了，但最后他总是可以答对，都会把观众吓得不轻。奇迹比赛之一，第6集，比赛内容是6个女生中有谁对男生下过魔咒，大概就是类似下蛊的东西。提示是一个信封，里面放着被魔咒害死的受害者照片。有理上场，请开始你的表演。如果按照经典的弦理论，残留辐射是能被保留下来的，我听你在放屁。然而有理再次成功解答，指出穿桃红色衣服的少女曾经下过魔咒。这位名为卡佳的女孩曾经在自己堂哥的酒里放了自己的血，希望她不要再去看其他女人。我知道这段话的讯息量有点庞大，我告诉你，通灵之战充满着这种莫名其妙的来宾。但你可能会说，会不会单纯只是运气好？毕竟6选1还是有可能猜对。那么下一场比赛可能会颠覆你的想法。车诺比寻人事件要透过照片跟影片找到对方躲藏的位置。首先，有理看了求救影片。 提出了第一个观察，影片中的地点应该不会是真正的躲藏点，不然就是个提示了。到这里我还能接受，逻辑上来说还行得通，还觉得他有点小聪明。接着他研究了一下周遭的草，然后走进了大楼，沿着红色的物件一直走。别问为什么挑红色，因为没人知道原因。尤里只说他感受到某种波段。随后上楼看见了2间房间，他就随便推开了一扇门，然后竟然真的给他找到了！哇操，奇迹啊！由于整个过程异常的顺利，感觉就是尤里一开始就知道人藏在哪里一样。结束后，大家开始议论纷纷。原来一开始尤里在观察草的原因是，如果有很多人来回踩踏的话，一定会出现一条明显的路径，因此透过这条路径就可以快速的缩小范围，锁定是在大楼里面。至于为什么要沿着红色的走，干就跟你说他的逻辑只有他自己知道了吼。总之，尤里解答方式真的太莫名其妙了。虽然其他通灵师也是没办法用科学解释，但尤里给人的感觉就是他会用一些小聪明去解答。像是有一集要猜这个男生的新娘是谁，然后他就开始讲一些色色的话，看哪个女生有反应。最后是答对了没错，但总会让人觉得跟节目宗旨有所落差。这节目叫通灵之战，不叫金田一少年事件簿好吗？可你说他真的不会半点通灵的东西吗？那又很难说。像是他可以靠着看手相辨认你有没有双胞胎，或者能透过味道知道女生有没有生过小孩。所以为什么说他神奇？因为他不像尼基塔或者是假韩大师那种绝对神棍的混分人物。尤里给我的感觉像是他好像真的有点东西，但他懒得发功，宁可用一些小聪明做事。也就因为总是用小聪明解题，尤里的表现永远就是停留在解完标准题而已，很难有更多的表现。由于方式实在太旁门左道，多次赛后被制作组找去约谈啊！你不能这样搞啊，兄弟，你根本就没在通灵啊，只是在逻辑分析啊。而且尤里的个性又跟上一集介绍的尼基塔不一样，不知道尼基塔的自己去右上角资讯栏看一下。尼基塔虽然实力相当垃圾，但他很有自知之明，非常被淘汰。但尤里不一样，他觉得反正有解出题目就好，用什么方法不重要吧？哎，不对吧，兄弟？那如果你去参加厨神，是不是会直接去外面买现成的回来比赛啊？反正好吃就好啦，节目组都要搞清楚啊。不过也就因为他神奇的表现，让他一直活到了5强，就连淘汰的时候，评审都说尤里真的是15季以来最神奇的选手，基本毫无通灵能力，却能以自己的侦探技巧过关斩将。但是尤里的丰功伟业却还没有结束，而这第15集也就是最后一集，尤里冷不防的跟黑姐求婚，重点是他妈还真的成功了，真的是从头到尾充满着奇迹的选手。不过当时在 B 站看第15季的时候，有不少弹幕都说尤里结婚以后都花着女方的钱，至于这件事情是不是真的，我也无从得知，也懒得去查。有兴趣的朋友可以自己去 Google 一下。下面一位，好的，这位应该是本日的最后一位，因为他的篇幅绝对超他妈的长。本季大概有99%的谜题都是黑姐跟他解开的，每周最强通灵师基本上就是他跟黑姐2人轮流拿，其他人通通划水，气场、长相就连身高都有着超群的存在感。目测应该有2公尺，他就是混沌之灵。这里吧，王只是发现他应该是没有亚洲人血统。混沌之灵虽然听起来很中二，但据他自己所说，他过桥似乎都没喝孟婆汤，因为他有着过去所有轮回的记忆。朱莉从海选就展现了无与伦比的女王霸气，后车厢寻人赛，主持人说可以给他线索，是一串钥匙，朱莉霸气拒绝，老娘又不是狗，我不要这东西。由于这是朱莉的初登场，我根本不知道他有多厉害。当时我心想，这么拽就别翻船，但接下来请别让你的下巴掉下来。现场大概有30台左右的车，真正常人的车子在右后方，一台红色的 Kia。只见朱莉沿着路口一台一台的说着每台车主的故事。这个人是警察，这台车天天被撞，这个人跟亲戚的关系不好，这个车主很想结婚，而这些车主实际上是坐在另一个房间内看着监控录影。但最可怕的是，朱莉说的每一个描述都是正确的。走着走着，终于到了常人的红色轿车，打开它，朱莉完全没有犹豫的命令主持人。主持人还问他说：“确定不再考虑一下吗？这样节目很快就会结束了呢。”打开别问。后车厢一打开，人果然躲在里面，全场爆出如雷的欢呼，因为朱莉是这场比赛唯一一个找到的选手。但是这还只是朱莉的处女秀，朱莉今年的比赛真的太多了，请允许我娓娓的跟大家道来。车诺比寻人赛啊，又是这场，这集真的很好看啊，既不可怕又很有趣。顺带一提的是，朱莉每一集都会有不同的装扮，几乎没重复过。只见朱莉一拿到照片，二话不说，转头开始走，而且是笔直的朝着2楼的躲藏房间前进。但就在上楼的一瞬间，朱莉回头了。只见朱莉走到了一个房间门口，停下了脚步，并且比对了一下照片。朱莉并没有出错，因为这个地点正是朱莉手上照片当时拍摄的地点，而这个地点只有当时在场的剧组人员才知道，屌不屌？知道照片只是个障眼法，朱莉把照片还给了工作人员。这时主持人提醒朱莉时间剩下4分钟，朱莉直接对向回去，再吵我把你的头给扭下来。看她的眼神，应该不是在开玩笑。朱莉走到了大楼的后门，大家可能会想说应该是失败了吧，毕竟连入口都错了。但见证奇迹的时刻来了，朱莉走上了后门楼梯，上了2楼，并且随手抄起了一根树枝，然后用树枝拍打了窗户，并喊着：“哎，你叫什么名字？”而朱莉拍打的这个房间，正是小哥躲藏的216号房后面，太神啦！但主持人表示一定。一定要看到人才算完成任务。由于时间一到，主持人宣布任务失败。但明眼人都看得出来，马德这难度比正面找到还难好吗？果不其然，换来了朱莉一根法器。今天裁判脑残至极，朱莉无奈之下只能用了自己的大长腿带着他们来到了216号房。一开门，这臭小子果然坐在这里。最后全场的掌声中，朱莉顺利完成任务。下一场17岁美少女之死，这场比赛的精彩程度在本季算是数1数2。阿琳娜是一名长相清秀、身材高挑、正值花样年华的美少女，拿了3次俄罗斯空手道少年组全国冠军，是地表最强战斗民族的最强之人，大概只有赛亚人能与之一战。不过就是这么一个前途无可限量的年轻少女，却在14年8月时发生了遗憾。阿琳娜上午到了朋友家，下午只见阿琳娜独自下楼，并且翻过了围墙，最后从一栋尚未完工的大楼坠落，结束了自己年轻的性命。但家人认为阿琳娜是个非常坚强的孩子，不可能会做这样的事情。他们想知道阿琳娜生命的最后到底发生了哪些事，因此 自找上了通灵师，想明白真相。但主持人并不会告诉通灵师们以上的故事，只会给他们阿琳娜生前的奖杯以及空手道符，让他们去还原这些物品的主人跟事发的经过。到场的除了委托人妈妈以外，还有阿琳娜的3个好朋友。不过这3个是透过摄影机在后面观察，有几个通灵师表现的不错，像是黑姐，她就精确的描述出了阿琳娜的长相以及生前最后一段回忆，包括翻过围墙爬上一栋红色的建筑物，甚至连建筑物墙上的英文数字都让黑姐给念出来。上一集有个观众超精辟的描述了黑姐的能力，久久的蓝色忧郁啊，身为频道的观众真是人才辈出啊！但这些却都没有回答到阿琳娜母亲真正想听到的答案，那就是为什么女儿决定结束自己的性命。接着轮到了朱莉登场，大家要知道朱莉登场就是要对答案，基本题轻轻松松，还补充了一个全场只有妈妈知道的事情，那就是阿琳娜下葬的时候头发是红棕色的，因为看照片都是金发，但是她在事发前没多久染成了红棕色，这是前导影片跟之前几个通灵人都没说的事情。接着就是关键的，阿琳娜的死因到底是什么？一听到这个关键字，朱莉双眼张得老大，直勾勾的盯着摄影机说了一句：“你知道的，她跟你说过。”这眼神简直可以杀人。当下大家都不晓得朱莉在说什么，原因是朱莉并不是在跟观众说话，而是在跟监控室里阿琳娜的朋友说的。朱莉还说出了一个惊人的真相：阿琳娜当时有留下一封遗书，里头提到一个朋友娜迦，而这个娜迦也已经不在人世，死因跟阿琳娜一模一样，只是相隔半年。朱莉还顺便补充了一下娜迦住处的外观是在8楼旁边有块空地，而这个画面是比赛结束以后阿琳娜的朋友拍给制作组。但就算知道娜迦的死因跟阿琳娜一样，这也不能代表什么。但这时关键来了，在娜迦跳楼时，阿琳娜是跟他在一起的。当时房间内似乎发生了争吵，阿琳娜害怕的去找人求救，但当她回来时，娜迦已经躺在底下没了呼吸心跳。这时朱莉还说有2个女人在迫害阿琳娜，一个老的，一个年轻的。听到这里，坐在监听室的朋友们急忙的跑出来，因为朱莉说的全部都是对的。这个穿蓝色衣服的女生知道一切真相。还记得朱莉一开始盯着摄影机吗？而且是盯着摄影机的中间，因为这个蓝衣女就坐在3个人的中间位置。朱莉当时就是在看着她。蓝衣女子开始解释，阿琳娜对于娜迦的死感到很愧疚，而迫害阿琳娜的一老一少的女性正是娜迦的妈妈跟奶奶，因为他们觉得阿琳娜如果没跑走的话，就可以救下娜迦。很大的可能是阿琳娜对于好友的离去感到愧疚，再加上娜迦的妈妈跟奶奶不断的精神压迫，最后导致阿琳娜因为压力走上绝路，这是最有可能的故事全貌。虽然朱莉法力高强，高挑的身高，严肃的外表，朱莉一直给人一种难以亲近的不苟言笑之感，但朱莉实际上是个非常暖的人。本期的第5集，委托人是一个全家几乎死光光的妇人，这里真的没在开玩笑，桌子上这堆照片都是他们已故的亲戚。妇人想知道自己的家庭是不是遭到了诅咒，如果是的话，希望通灵师可以帮忙解除诅咒。朱莉说，确实你们家受到了诅咒，诅咒的原因是你的曾祖父曾经侮辱了一个女巫，才导致了这一连串的事故。这诅咒有没有解？有解，只是朱莉不想碰这些东西，意思就是懒得帮他们上聚散。而且以朱莉那种看事情都是上帝视角的个性，她确实很可能这么做。但有趣的事情发生了，在接下来几位通灵者都表示，你们家确实是中了诅咒，但诅咒已经莫名的消失了，已经被解除了。而且不止一个这样讲，好几个选手都这样说。原来朱莉走的时候已经把他们的诅咒带走了，就是她手上拿的小罐子。所以朱莉最后还是有帮他们，只是不想让大家知道而已。原本打算朱莉的精彩战绩介绍到这里就结束了，但我想想这集不说真的很可惜。这集虽然高潮迭起，却也是最令我感到毛骨悚然的一场比赛。有些画面我怕。